Hello everyone, this is Just a Dad. Today I'm going to do an unboxing and show you how to set up for the first time. I'll connect it to my iPhone. Then we'll do a first look on this brand new Roomba. This is called the iRobot Roomba Vac 2 Essential Robot Vacuum Cleaner with self-empty base. Now I did buy this with my own money and I wasn't paid for this video, so this will be an honest review. It retails for $400, but I did buy it on sale for $250, and that's the sale price it is right now. Here's what the box looks like. Again, the Roomba Vac Essentials 2. There's the model number Q05220. And on the bottom of the robot, it has a model number of RCC-Y1. Now, I will give kudos to Roomba. They do have the most environmental friendly. It seems like they use the least amount of packaging. And I don't see any plastic inside there. There is some plastic here, but mainly the bags and all that are this type of, it's like a cloth, so. Now, before we get started, this is not high on my recommendation list. I know this is a good price point. It's got a self-emptying base, but it's all about navigation for me and mapping your house. This does not map your house. And as far as obstacle avoidance, it will run things over. It does have a bumper on the front that if it hits something, but you cannot put no-go zones. You cannot put a virtual wall like iRobot used to sell. This strictly relies on a physical boundary. A wall, a box. You have to put something in its way if you want to keep it in another room. There is no separating your house into rooms and only cleaning certain rooms. Now, it does give you a cleaning report that is a map, but it doesn't map your house and you can't clean by mapping. So it's pretty low on my list of vacuums I recommend. I've got several videos on this essential robot, but this is brand new with the self-empty base. Now, I do like self-empty bases, and this one looks pretty good, but I don't see any type of navigation on this robot. So I think it's really going to struggle with navigation, but we'll give it a test. So if you did buy it, I'm going to show you how to set it up for the first time, connect it to your phone, and then I'll show you how it actually works. Okay, here's everything that comes in the box. We do have a side brush we got to connect. It comes with an extra filter. Here's the self-empty base. Now, it does come with the bag already installed. There's a little tool there. You will have to change out that bag. Now, the robot's going to go around and vacuum your house. It's going to come back to the dock station. And then there's another vacuum inside here that's going to kick on and suck everything out of the robot through this little port. Then it's going to charge the robot. Now, we're going to measure everything. First, let's take all the plastic off. Take the bumper guards out. This is for the bumper on the front, and there's this piece of plastic on the front. Now, again, this is going to navigate your house. It's not going to map your house, but I think it memorizes where the wheels go. So I think it can kind of memorize where it's been according to how the wheels are moving, because there's no LiDAR navigation. There's no like carpet sensor. There's no like sensor to let you know where it is other than the wheels. I think there's some way it memorizes it. Now we do have to put the brush roller, the side brush, it just snaps on. Right here's a square, snap it on. It does have, these are fall off sensors. This is so it won't fall down your stairs. They're little glass windows. Again, the drive wheels, this one spins free. Let's take a look at the brush roller. It's very simple. Looks like a nice brush roller. Let's put it back. Again, this all comes assembled. I just wanted to show you. All right, there's the battery. Once in a while, you have to replace the battery. Around back, this is where it's going to charge the robot, and it's going to suck everything out of the robot through this right here. But once in a while, you will have to, this is the dust bin. So as it goes around and vacuums your house, everything's going to go into this dust bin. And then when it backs up, everything will get sucked out of this dust bin. But there is some maintenance here. There's a filter. The filter's already installed. You do get an extra one. Everything will go in this area right here, and then it gets sucked out the back. Once in a while, you do have to clean these filters. Okay, let's go over some measurements. 13 inches height-wise. It is a relatively short robot because it doesn't have the big LiDAR sensor on front. So it's right at 3¼ inches tall. Now again, your robot's going to back up to it. There's these little rollers right here to help direct it. And there's these little grooves. Hopefully it's going to find those. and back up and charge it and auto empty the robot. Now you do have to be able to open up the lid all the way. That is 18 inches. And to the top of it's about 11.5 inches. Power cord is 2-prong and it is 6 feet long. It's permanently attached. There is cord storage. There is no on-off switch. So as soon as you plug it in, it's powered up. Front to back, 8.5 inches with the robot attached. You're going to have about 19 inches. Left to right, 11 inches, and the cord can come out either side. On the bottom, there is a duct here. If you get an obstruction, you can take these screws off, take this little piece off, and hopefully clear the obstruction. Let's see how many amps. 110 to 120 volts, 50 or 60 hertz, 5 amps, 15 watts while charging. All right. Okay, you're going to put this up against the wall. You want 1.5 feet clear on either side of it and 4 feet from stairs and 4 feet in front of it. And it only works on the 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. Now it's very important to put the base station where you're going to keep it at. So you're going to want to find a spot along a wall and leave it there, because when it first cleans your house, the way it's going to find its way back is it memorized where the base station was. So if you ever move the base station, you'll want to reboot it and remap your house. So again, it doesn't map your house. You don't get a mapping, but you don't want to move the base station or it could have a hard time finding its way back. Okay, so for demonstration purposes, I'm going to set this up on here just to connect my phone to it. Now I've got the base station plugged in and I pushed it back and it made the typical iRobot tune. Now let's open up the iRobot app and connect our phone. Yeah, there is a place for this. It's mainly small rooms that you have physical barriers on. This is not designed for a whole house because it will struggle finding its way back. So let's click the 3 little lines up here. You have to log in with your username and password, add your product. It is searching nearby. It may find it. Okay, so it did find it. Hit setup. That's my Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz only. Yes, continue. Now give it your Wi-Fi password. Okay, it's connecting. So I got to press the clean button. And then you're going to get 3 checks. So we're just waiting on those 3 checks. Yeah, it's kind of a loud...
Your robot is fully set up and ready to go.
All right.
Press clean to get to work.
We don't want to do that because I'm on the table right now. But you want to have this set up where you're going to keep it. Now, eventually, we should get 3 check marks. I'm just going to leave the app alone. I don't want to do anything. Yeah, it says stay on the screen. Okay, good. I got the nice check mark. Good. Connection successful. Label it essential with a dock. Again, you get a manual, but it's got very limited information. It doesn't show you any of this. It just shows you how to, it doesn't show you basically, it doesn't show you anything. It just says scan the QR code. I don't like when they do that. So, welcome to the world of Roomba Essentials. Let's read these. Yeah, I set it all up. Use the clean button to start, pause, and start. So this clean button, if you want to manually start a clean, just press that. It should start. If you need to pause it, and if you need to send it home, there's a home button and there's a spot clean button. The Roomba Essentials dock will avoid and redirect away from stairs, but it is able to navigate over thresholds, yeah, so. It will return to its dock when the battery runs low and recharge itself, and it should resume where it left off. So we want to make sure and put the do not disturb on. Okay, here's it is. Comes with some pretty good charge, that's good. Again, you're never going to get a map. You will see, under history, you'll see a cleaning report, which looks like a map. It is a map, but it doesn't show you. It's just weird how I don't necessarily like this one. It has a place, but In my opinion, Roomba is just way too far behind. Let's go to product settings. Let's just see what we're going to do. Locate, cleaning preferences. You do have low, medium, and high, and maximum. So there is 4 modes of suction power. And they don't tell us what any of those are. They don't ever give us any pascals of suction. That's it. Language, reboot. Very few things about settings. Yeah, that's it. It is very, very basic. Now you can connect this to your smart speakers, your Amazon smart speakers. And supposedly when you leave your house, it'll clean. I have never tested that. I think it does work. I think I did test it one time. I just don't find that, you're only going to have clean everywhere. You know, it's not going to have different rooms it can clean. I think you can put it on a schedule. Product settings. No, that's product health. It won't display any product health until it's been used for a while. Product settings. History messages. I thought you could put it on a schedule. I really would think you could put this on a schedule, but I'm not seeing it. That's not good. I mean, you can always tell your Amazon smart speaker to start cleaning, and you could put your, sorry, I had to cough there. You could put your Amazon smart speaker on a routine to tell it when to clean, but normally it's in here. Maybe it'll show up a little bit. Again, I can't stress this enough. Navigation. I don't know how it does it. It's not very good at navigating. I think it's an okay vacuum cleaner. It's very basic, but there's no carpet sensor. There's no sensor to like shoot a radar down, and it can kind of, somebody told me one time that it's like a mouse. Sometimes they can do that. I think it just has to memorize where the wheels go. And again, you cannot use, with the old 692s, you could use those virtual walls that would shoot a laser. They had a little sensor up here, and it would sense that and turn away. I love virtual walls. It was a way of keeping it out of rooms. This is only physical barriers. I can't stress that enough. That can be very frustrating. If you want to keep it away from your computer, if you want to keep it away from something, it has to be a barrier to hit. It could move it, but it has to activate that bumper. And it's just randomly doing an update. So I can't I can't start cleaning yet. I didn't tell it to update, but it's updating automatically. So we're going to see how it vacuums. I think it's going to vacuum okay, but it's all about mapping and capabilities. Now, when you get into the J series, they actually will map your house. Here I have a J series. It uses like a V-Slam. It's got like an expensive camera on the front that it can map your house. So these are a little bit better. Here's the old I series that have the sensor on the front. These do a little bit better job of mapping because they have this sensor, which is like a mouse, somebody told me. And it does have double. This is the i3. It's not very good. This is how it maps your house, which I don't consider to be very good. But at least with these, you can use virtual walls to shoot a laser and keep it away from stuff. Now, in my opinion, the best one to get this white Shark AI. Any of these Shark AIs with the spinny thing on top, this is the LiDAR. These are usually under 300. This Eufy L60, LiDAR navigation. You will be absolutely amazed at the capabilities of these over that Roomba. Roomba is so far behind the game because they're not using LiDAR navigation. This L60, sometimes it's 300. It's under 300 sometimes when it's on sale. And again, that one we're reviewing right now is 250, which it's not as capable of these with LiDAR, because I can see over here, I can say, in the map, I could put a no-go zone and say, stay away from that cord. Whereas this Roomba I'm about ready to review, you have to put a physical barrier to keep it away from things. See, if I want to keep it away from this room, I'd have to put a board, or else it would come into this room. Yeah, this is taking entirely way too long. 10 minutes so far. Yeah, that's a $1,200 robot, but it actually does a really good job. So it looks like it's powered itself down, and it should power itself back up. But one important thing is do not remove don't move the dock. Find your permanent location, because the best way to mess this thing up is to have it start cleaning, and then you're like, oh, I want the dock over here a little bit. It won't find the dock. Now it's pretty common during these updates. Now it says it's offline. And this has been this way for a couple minutes. I think because it's powered down, it should power itself back up, but it hasn't yet. Okay, I did notice there is a light here on the dock. I don't know, maybe I needed to do that. In my opinion, the iRobot app is outdated. It's glitchy. I had to close it. I had to swipe up and close the app and reopen it because it never could connect. Even though my light is breathing. So it's just super glitchy. It's always kind of been, I've had so much frustration with the Roomba app. Okay, we can't empty the bin, but let's do a clean everywhere, because that's pretty much all we can do. Okay, so let's watch it clean. I did turn the suction power up to maximum. That's the loudest it is. And again, surprisingly, it does go in straight lines. And it doesn't bang into the walls. So there must be a little sensor on that front window that we can't see. But again, to keep it, that's why I've got these barriers here. Otherwise, it would just keep going and do my entire basement. Yeah, I am impressed it doesn't bang into the walls. And I am impressed with how well it's cleaning. All right, we're going to test it. If you've got something low to the ground, it will run it over. But if it's high to the ground and it can activate the bumper, it will avoid it. But this did activate the bumper, you know, enough to make it go around a little bit. Again, this is not going to have the best obstacle avoidance. And the only way, say this was like a dog bowl you wanted it to stay away from, you would have to put a physical barrier around it. Because you cannot go in the map and add no-go zones. That's what makes those LiDAR robots so capable, is in the app, you can draw a square around that dog bowl on the map and say, stay away from that area, and it will stay away from that area. Or only clean this room on this day, and you just get so much more capabilities with LiDAR navigation. And I think for this price point, it should have LiDAR navigation. Under $300 with a self-empty base, you can get an excellent robot with LiDAR navigation. Let's go to low suction. So it is super quiet when you go to low. Let's go to high. So I'm not going to do a separate review on this. This is going to be unboxing, how to set up, and detailed review. because this is pretty much all you're going to get out of it, is what I'm doing here. It does good on hardwood floors. It does good on carpet. It's just all about its navigation. And for me, that's the weak point. Here's what the app looks like. Again, you could stop it. I think you can tell it to go home, but there is no map. You don't see it on the map. The ones with LiDAR, you can see where it is in your house. Those are pretty cool. Schedule did pop up. I don't know why I didn't see it. Maybe it was the update but now it does have create a schedule. That's important. So put these on a schedule. That way when you leave the house, it cleans every third day at 9 o'clock, or something. Yeah, at this point, I can't recommend an iRobot. They're just too far behind. They're just too far behind everybody else. I'm not sure what's going on, but these essentials, that price point, you can get so much more with a LiDAR navigation. There's a Shark Blue refurbished that I did a review on. It's $170. It's open box. That's $100 cheaper than this. And it's absolutely amazing. It has LiDAR navigation, so many more capabilities. And I know the first time it does kind of bang into the walls a little bit more, because I think it is creating an internal map. And after it's cleaned this area a couple times, I think it's going to know it pretty good. But again, do not move that base station, or you'll have lots of frustration. Because it's kind of going around the corners. It seems like it's moving in a really random fashion. But I think they just don't tell us a lot about its navigation. They're very, very secretive on this supposed navigation. And if you know, leave it in the comments down below. I would love to know. I've learned so much from people watching my videos that tell me, because that's how I learned the 692s had that like mouse. They got a sensor that when you move it, it kind of knows, like when you move a mouse on a computer. That's how I figured that. That's how I learned so much. Viewers tell me a lot. Now I would stop it and show you the dustbin, and I may do that, but these Roombas hate to be stopped. And they definitely, if you pick that up and lift it up, it throws the sensors all off. So I don't want to disturb it too much so I can show you what it does, but man, they don't like to be messed with. If you lift it up and flip it over, it pretty much throws the whole navigation off, and then you're just starting over. And that's so funny, because with LiDAR, you can lift them up, put them upside down, and when you put it back, you can even put it back somewhere else. And the first thing most robots with LiDAR do is they go in a circle. They just spin, and that LiDAR says, okay, where am I? It's locating itself, and it knows the house, and it can say, oh, I was here, but now I'm here. There's just, LiDAR navigation is the way. And there's even something new coming out. There is front-facing LiDAR that's pretty incredible. They're real slim like these. I got the Eufy C20 I just did, and they don't have the spinning thing on top, but they have a sensor out the front that's shooting LiDAR, and that's going to be the future, I think. See, this thing it does get better, but boy, it's just spinning around, spinning around. That thing's going to wear a hole in the ground, in the carpet. It's just constantly spinning. Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, it moves a little bit. And this may all just be from its initial mapping. I mean, it maps, but it doesn't map. Like, it can create a map report. Why can't you show us a map? I don't know. Just behind the curve. iRobot is, when you think of a robot vacuum cleaner, people will say, oh, I need to get a Roomba. Well, that's not the case anymore. There's so much more advancements, and Roomba just has not kept up at all. I mean, this is their latest. It is November 2024, and this is the latest they can do. Now, I understand they're trying to reach a certain price point for the consumer, but you're not giving them the capabilities they can get with other robots for the same price point. That's the thing. Now, with that being said, it is pretty impressive. I mean, as far as it does go in straight lines and but this initial vacuuming, it does kind of spend some time figuring out your house. And I'm not sure why it hasn't come over here yet. It's kind of going back over where it was. Okay, so let's pause it and see how well it's been cleaning up this big mess back here. Wow. It's actually done a really good job of vacuuming. Now it'll go back to the base station and empty all of that out. Okay, it's going to head back to the docking station where it will empty everything out into the dust bin, the bag right here, and then it will charge it so it'll be ready to go for the next time. Now, one of the nice features is you can put this on a schedule. In the iRobot app, you can go in there and have it put it on a schedule to where it will clean your house 2 or 3 times a week. All right, so it found the dock pretty easy. There's quite a bit of air coming out over here. All right, again, it'll be charged up, ready to go. Here's where all of that dirt and debris went. Let's just take a look, see how it did. Yep, not very good. Okay, let's try that again. All right, let's see what's going on. That's incredible. I mean, it's not compacted in there. It should have. It should have been able to take. Let's. Yeah, I keep getting this infrared window needs cleaned. It says clean the windows. I think there's a window back here on that shouldn't be too dirty. Yeah, and it takes a while. I get this communication problem with Clean Base. The light kind of flashes and sometimes I don't see the auto empty button. Let's see the history. We should get a map. Sometimes it can take a while to generate that map. Okay. See, that map is not accurate. That map is definitely not accurate. It is a very square. Now, it may get, no, because then no, not accurate at all. This map, there's the home base. It got the corner correct, but this is more of just a square. I tried to make it as simple as possible. Look at that. That's... And hence the frustration. These videos take twice as long. I took a bunch of it out. Okay, that get it. I left about half of it in there, so maybe, I don't know. I would have thought it would have cleaned it. Yeah, it keeps saying this window here is dirty. I took the plastic off. They don't tell us a whole lot. There must be a proximity sensor behind here. Yeah, see, I think that's a sensor. I think I just saw it. It's a very cheap sensor if it is. because it like doesn't work until it like gets really close or something. I don't know. They just don't tell us much about these. I think people might be more forgiving if you told us more about them. But when we are left guessing, yeah, I'm disappointed. Yeah, it was just a square. And I put this kind of confused it, I guess, but it should have been just a square or a rectangle. So this one's just not for me. I can't stand when I got to do a bunch of work with these. With LiDAR, it's never this much work. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. I bought this with my own money. Wasn't paid for this, obviously. Definitely wouldn't recommend it, but I will put some that I recommend underneath the show description notes. A Shark AI and Eufy L60. So those are great robots with self-empty bases around the same price point. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. I do use links. If you click on the link, the product doesn't cost you anymore, but I get a small commission from the sale. I can give my honest review about this. It's a no-go. Don't like it. Has its place, but no, it's a no. So I'm going to be having a website come up. I don't know exactly when. Those take a little bit. So I'm going to come up with a website, Just a Dad approved products. I don't know what it's going to be called, Just a Dad approved or Just a Dad, maybe Just a Dad reviews. I'm not quite sure, but I've got a lot of information on these and I want to give you a place where you can go and quickly get to all of these videos and kind of summarize some of the videos. So we're going to come out with a new thing called Just a Dad approved. And if I approve of the product, you're going to know about it. I'll try to put it on that website. And that way I think I'm hoping to become a trusted brand that you can count on for honest reviews and kind of a real world experience with these products. That's kind of what I'm going for with these. I get them, I read the manuals, use them. I try to use them in everyday life. And that's what I'm really hoping for. So again, I really do appreciate everybody's support. Also, be sure and check out my coffee, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. You can buy it at justadadcoffee.com, or underneath the video, there'll be a little pop-up where you can buy it off of my store. That'll take you to justadadcoffee.com. I sell it in the whole bean and the ground coffee and in the K-Cup. And I ordered mine about a week ago, and that's what I've been using in this espresso machine, and I absolutely love it. The beans look a little bit light, but it's a dark to medium roast. I think it tastes really good. I've had iced coffee, regular coffees, and I've had espressos. So this coffee, the coffee that I sell, does really good with espresso, iced coffee, cold brew coffee, and just regular coffee in this machine. And also other drip coffee makers. So if you're looking for a coffee bean that just works in the brand new Ninja espresso machine, Just a Dad Simple Sip Coffee. So if you could give me a follow over on Instagram, and I have 2 Facebook pages, a Facebook page and a Facebook group page. I really would appreciate a follow. I do free giveaways there and kind of behind the scenes and how things are going. And that's the best way to communicate with me. My group page, you can leave a post and I'll try to answer it as soon as I can, but that's the best way to ask me questions and to see what's going on with the page. And again, I do use affiliate links. I am an affiliate with Shark and Ninja, Amazon and Walmart. So if one of the links down below, you click on it, it takes you to one of those websites and you end up purchasing the product. The product won't cost you anymore, but I will get a small commission from the sale. It is a way of helping support my channel. That way I can continue to do these videos that I love. I really do appreciate everybody's support. If you could hit the thumbs up button, that really does help out my YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe, leave in the comments if you'd like to see something else reviewed or this compared to something. I look at the comments and I really do appreciate everybody's feedback. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. So I do have lots of exciting videos coming up. I got the brand new Narwhal Frio Z Ultra. I've got the comparisons I'm going to be doing. I'll be doing best in class, like a best $1,000, best $700 robot vacuum cleaner, best mopping robot vacuum cleaner. Got the brand new Shark Detect with auto empty station. Got the brand new Shark Carpet Expert carpet cleaner. I've got the Dream H4 wet dry vacuum and the Dream portable carpet cleaner. And again, lots of other detailed videos and comparisons. Dream X40, Eufy X10 Pro Omni, Roborock Q052 Max V. I've even got this Eufy C20. It kind of snuck up on me. It's in the Amazon. I haven't found it on their website, but I did buy it. Dyson. This is the brand new Wash G1 upright like a Tinico. The Roomba Essentials. This one's probably not going to be very good, but they have an auto empty station with it. Bissell's got a new little green machine. I got a detailed review, or My mother-in-law has used the Dream L10S for 3 months, and I'll be doing a cleaning on it. That's my very next video. Tinico's got this brand new Go H20. Not sure. Looks a little different. And I'll be comparing it with the other robots. And we got the Crosswave, Shark Hydrovacs, lots of Tinicos back here. I got some exciting news about a robot vacuum cleaner studio coming really soon. We bought a building in town. We're remodeling it right now. It's going to be a focus on robot vacuum cleaners, different floor types and different things. So really, really exciting about that. So here's some pictures. We've been demoing the room. This is going to be a storage room. This is going to be one of the rooms with the robots. We put a wall here. This is going to be going into the studio, so we're pretty excited about it. It's going to take us a while. I haven't been making many videos because I've actually had to go here and I've had to do some of the electrical work and quite a bit of cleaning out. So again, if you could, please like and subscribe. So it's been raining out. Miss Fiona is all wet. I know you want to go outside, but it's raining. She's like, oh, there's where the treats came from. Okay, one more.